Um, Hi. Hello. It is me. It's me. I decide to show my little mug again. Hello, it's me, the local virtual baker, Salty Kichi. Hi, 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 hi. Wow. Guess what? We're doing stuff today. We're gonna be doing stuff and things. Wow. Alright. We're gonna be doing some things today. Would you believe it? We're gonna be doing stuff in the kitchen. Gonna be a fun day today. Today's gonna be real fun. Hello there, assistant. Hello there, Bush. Hi, you two. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Today, we're doing the stream of all time. We're gonna be doing such a fun thing today. We are gonna be doing something that I've never really done, so this is gonna be a fun learning experience for just me as well. Because we're doing something really new. I have made bread. I have done this and that and that and this all. I've done it all, pretty much. Well, not done it all, but like, I've done a lot. But if there's one thing I know I haven't really done before, it's actually making cheese. I'm not really good at making cheese. I've never really tried to make cheese before. I mean, granted, I've made cream cheese and ricotta, but that stuff is really easy. Today, we're actually going to be making, like, real cheese. Like, some real cheese. It's going to be kind of fun. We're going to be making, technically, 2 cheeses, but these 2 cheeses are going to be used to make 1 cheese. It'll be very cool. It'll be very fun. Trust. But we're going to be making burrata cheese, which is a mix of stracciatella and mozzarella cheese. I got all the ingredients, so we're going to be being able to make something down, and I'm going to try and not burn down my home. Actually, if I somehow burn down my house making cheese, I'll be surprised, because of all the things to make, cheese is one of the most safest things to make. It's just that you gotta be very, very critical of time. So, I got all the things, I got the necessary means to do what we need to do today, so no worries on that front. But before we get started, how's the audio so far? Like, is the music too loud? Is my audio okay? Because it should be. I hope it is, so. Oh yeah, speaking of which, you know what happens when we're cooking today? The mic quality goes down too. So yeah, music is barely noticeable. Alright, how's that? Bad audio quality. Yeah, bad audio, let's freaking go! Hi, Juwan! Hi, Juwan! You were streaming really late last night. I was trying to watch your stream, but I just fell asleep. Hello! Hello! It's the bad... You know what? I'm just thinking about this. Since I changed quality of, like, my microphone, should I change the quality of, like, my model? I'm not saying that to bash at Sonic, but like we can admit that this model is better than the ones he made previously. So it's like, oh, wouldn't that be kind of funny if I went to a more crunchy model? Nah, probably not, probably not. Alright, anyways. Let's do this. Let's do some things. Let's get this party started, I guess. Gotta walk myself over. Yeah, hold up. I gotta. My tablet fell asleep. I can't see you guys at all. Chat's gone silent. Chat, wake up! Wake up! It's time! It's time! We gotta cook! We gotta cook, chat! Kitchen time. Let me cook. It's time. Alright. Let's see. Let me cook. Let me cook. Chat, we need to cook. Let me cook. Alright. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi.
It's time. It's time that we do stuff and things today. It's time that we do some cooking today, and as you can see, I have all the equipment that we need. The, the reason why I have all my equipment out here is because the equipment that I need to use, I had to sterilize because cheese is very complicated. If you have just a bit of the wrong kind of bacteria, it will ruin your cheese. But I have tried to minimize the possibility of all that, so hopefully, we won't have any issues with the cheese making today. Alright. Oh, I forgot, I need to go grab one thing, because there is something else I need to get. It's, actually... hold on, let me see. Ah, there it is. I have to get a very special knife. Well, it's not really a knife, but it's this thing. It's called a palette knife, but, for our... Even though it's called a palette knife, it's more or less really called... referred to a... icing knife, I believe? An icing spatula. I can't remember. It's it's something that usually pastry people would more often use, you know? It's like it's an icing knife, I think. Yeah. So usually you would use this knife for, like... what is it? Icing cakes and stuff, you know? Alright, so... I have a recipe, and we are going to be making the burrata cheese today, but we gotta make mozzarella, and we also gotta make stracciatella. But the funny thing about making stracciatella is if we want stracciatella, we need mozzarella. So I have a recipe that I've written down of mozzarella cheese that we can make today. So it'll be very fun, very exciting. This is my last check, by the way. How is the audio, everyone? Is the audio alright? Are we too loud, too quiet? Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? Is everything good? Audio's fine? Perfect. Alright. Well, let's get started today. So the first thing is that we need the milk. So making cheese at home is actually very hard because unfortunately, getting milk that is not homogenized, essentially getting like a raw milk from a grocery store is very hard to do. The recipe I use is asking for a gallon. The most I can find that's raw milk, or at least the rawest I can get, is this. It's an organic whole milk, and I can only get a quart of it because one quart was like $6. So this is gonna be a very expensive way of making cheese, but I don't really care about the price point. I just want to more or less have fun with this. So yeah, let's try and make this today, yeah? Can you buy raw milk? I don't know, really. I don't even know where I could get raw milk, especially where I live. Where I live, I don't think you could buy it, unfortunately. But this recipe, I have condensed a lot, so it's gonna be a little different, and I'm not even bothering with, what is it? Showing off the recipe that I'm kinda using, because the recipe I'm using is a Frankenstein version of, like, 7 other recipes. So the recipe I'm using is almost original at this point, but that's gonna be a not-so-great thing, as we may or may not find out. I'm hoping, though, that I believe, like, one recipe is gonna at least give 4 pieces of cheese. I'm hoping with this recipe that I've condensed down will at least give me 1 piece, because I want to make something for today's stream, you know? Something. So, here we go. So, first step is to make sure that we get our milk to a very specific temperature. I have my little Thermo Pro, which is going to have a little probe. So all I do is just turn it on. I throw it in here, and then we're going to turn up the... So we're just going to let this go up in temperature. I'm going to move my equipment to the side so I have more space to work with. Okay. So, I forgot to mention this because I wanted to do a little fun thing on stream of like math. So I know everyone's here to be sitting down and like relaxing and not wanting to stress about anything. But you see, I'm a very stressful person, so I'm gonna make you all equally as stressed. I hope you're excited because hold on. I want to make sure this is not weird. Not weird, it's just I want to make sure this is going to be positioned carefully. I don't want it to touch the bottom because then it's gonna get the bottom of the pan and not the actual milk. So, anyways, it's math time. Are you ready for math? Because the recipe I've written down is for 1 gallon. So there's something called RCF, which is Recipe Conversion Factor, which is usually something to help increase the size of a recipe or decrease the size of recipes. Whenever you're at like a good way to tell, I don't know how to explain this. So like RCF, if you say I gotta double the recipe, that's essentially is what RCF is. We're essentially doing that. We're just converting the recipe to do more or less. So for this, I'm doing 1 gallon to 1 quart. There are 4 quarts in 1 gallon, so I have to do a 0.25 conversion. So I already know that's gonna be 1 quart of milk. Then it's gonna be 1/3 cup of vinegar and acid. I don't even know. I think I have vinegar. Yeah, of course I have vinegar. So I have this. So now I have to do a conversion of doing 1/3 of a cup. But 1/3 of a cup is really weird to convert because it's like, it's technically like 0.33 of a cup, and a cup is around 8 ounces. So at that logic, it's like 2.33. So technically, it's like 1 ounce, and it gets really finicky. So we might have to play around with that. So we'll worry about that later. Rennet is going to be a little bit easier because it's 1/4 of a tablespoon. I mean, yeah, it's going to be 0.25 tablespoon. I believe I have, yeah, this actually has a half of a tablespoon. A half of a 1/4 cup. So I have that to work with right now. Oh, and the milk is apparently hot enough, so I'm gonna let that off. So I need to do a little bit of this. For the water, I need to add 1/4 of this. But 1/4 of a cup is usually 2 ounces. So I need to convert that from 2 ounces to 1 ounce to a half an ounce. So I need to get an ounce worth of water, essentially. By volume, of course. If I do it by weight, it'll be completely different. So, here, let's make this really unnecessarily complicated by measuring out 1/4 of a cup of water. Alright, so 1/4 of a cup of water is around 50 grams. So if we convert that by 4, well, if you do it easier, it's going to be by 25. And then by 25, it's going to turn into, let's say, around 15 grams? So we'll round up and make it go around 15 milliliters of water. Just so it's just not as complicated, because it's going to be already really complicated. And then my recipe says to use 1/4 of a teaspoon of rennet. I don't know how to I'm going to just try and fill this with at least half, because 1/8, this will be enough. So, yeah. This math is making me dizzy. Ugh, I'm sorry, it's math, and I like math, so get up to speed. Come on, this is easy math. You gotta multiply it, you gotta divide it, and then you gotta do all this sort of fun stuff. 1/8, you gotta do half of 1/8. So I got 1/8 from a 1/4, because we initially had 1/4 of a teaspoon. So we gotta cut that in half into a 1/8, but we also need a 0.25 version of 1/4. That meaning a 1/16 at that point. So to get a 1/16, we need at least we need to at least get this cut in half. So yeah. I actually don't know how to open this. I'm just gonna get it from the source. So now I have to get 1/16 of a teaspoon here. That really doesn't look like that much at all, but I'm assuming that's what I need to do. So there we go, we have our rennet and water mixture. I feel like this is gonna be like, if you try to I feel like this is also gonna be like funny for you, Juwan, because this is gonna how it's gonna feel like whenever you would need to explain, what is it? Mushroom math? Maybe. Maybe not as technical, but I bet it'd probably give off that same feel. Alright. So, from there, we need to make sure that we remove this from the heat. So I'm going to move this away. And I'm going to... Oh, geez, when did I put this? Alright, hold on. I'm gonna put this off the heat, and then I kind of realized I didn't write where I put actually the acid into this. Alright, burrata cheese. Okay, when would I add this? Oh, whoops. Okay, so I am actually supposed to add the acid right now. So anyways, let's get back to that whole thing of conversion. So, we need to make sure that we get 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. I'm using rice wine vinegar because I don't have white vinegar, and I like rice wine, so fight me. It's gonna make cheesemakers mad, but you know what? Everyone's usually mad at me. So, let's figure this out. So I need to get 1/3 of I need to get 0.25 of what's 1/3 of a cup. And the easiest way to really do that is to do a conversion via weight, because weight is always consistent. So I'm gonna measure out 1/3 of a cup. Alright, so 1/3 of a cup of acid is going to be 86 grams. Now 86 can be divided by 2, so I'm going to do that, and that's 43. And then with 43 I can divide that again, and it's going to be around 21-ish, 21.5 really. So I can actually now take this and make sure I go to 25 at least. I mean, 22. So if I get that at least to 22, I'll be good. And now I gotta just try and pour this back into my rice wine. There we go. I just need a few more grams. 23. There's nothing wrong with a little more acid, right? Fortunately, I'm not a cheesemaker. Neither am I. I am a bread baker. But hey, it's kind of fun. Alright, so the acid is measured out. At this point, we would add the acid. So I'm going to do that. So in goes my rice wine vinegar. Usually you're going to want to use citric acid or something like that. But you see, I'm a plebeian, and I don't have access to stuff like that, so... Alright, I don't think we need this scale anymore. We've done the math today. let's stand. Oh yeah, so now at this point, I should actually make sure I add in my rennet. So I'm gonna add this into the mix as well. And I'm gonna do what the many things I've been shown of figure eights. So I'm gonna be not measuring, but starting this in almost like a figure eight motion. And we're just gonna go off of this. So I'm not really sure about like the science of what's happening here. But essentially, rennet is like a coagulant agent. It's an animal product, and essentially what it does, it coagulates the milk fats to make curds. And with those curds, you can make cheese. So yeah. Oh, I forgot I should be measuring how long I'm doing this. Well, I'm gonna do 15 seconds, assuming it's been 15 already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright. You can already see some curds are starting to appear on my wooden spoon here, so we're definitely getting in the right direction. Curds are being made. We are going to be making cheese today, lads. It might not be good cheese, but we're making cheese nonetheless. Okay, and now I'm actually gonna go get my watch because I now need to let that stand, do its thing for at least 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna set a timer, and I'm gonna let that sit and do its thing for around 5 minutes. While that is resting essentially, we're actually gonna be making bread today because a lovely accompaniment with burrata is putting it on bread. So I'm gonna move that up to the side, and we're gonna start making bread. Yes, we're getting back to the roots. We're getting back to being a simple little baker. No cheese. No cheese. Do I need my wooden spoon anymore? No, I don't. Okay, cool. And I don't need my things anymore at all. Well, actually, I'm gonna need them when I make stracciatella, but when I make stracciatella, I don't need to be as sanitary with it. Apparently, from what I know, with cheese making, you gotta be very sterile with it, so that's why I'm very cautious about how sterile I am today. I'm a very clean individual, but you gotta be really clean to be, like, understanding of how to do anything with, like, cheese. Take the, idea of being sterile and take it up to 10. So, essentially being like a doctor at this point, but not exactly, with how sterile you gotta be. So, let's get back to the roots, yeah? Let's go make some let's get some bread making. Okay. I still am gonna need this, so I gotta leave this to the side. I'm gonna actually leave it in my little container here, so it's not gonna get contaminated. Oh, jeez. Contaminated. Man, that's a lot of talking I'm doing today. It's a lot of yapping. A lot of yappage that's going on. I'm not used to it. Ugh. Wow. So I forgot to mention, the bread that we're making today is a lovely sourdough, and I have let the sourdough rest overnight. It has gotten a lot more puffy, which is a good thing. So it's gonna be very fun and easy to work with. And it's probably gonna be one of the first few times I'm actually gonna show you how I make sourdoughs on stream, so take notes if you want to know. Careful with reflective surfaces. What's reflective? Oh, you're talking about the bowl? I'm not sure. What's reflective? You know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty sure things are reflective, but they're not that reflective. So, oh well, you know what? I'll probably watch the VOD later, and if it's like, oh, you see my face, then I'm gonna have to private the VOD. You'll find out what happens. Not showing anyways. Okay, good. Alright, so there's a this is how I shape my sourdough. I try to use as little flour as possible because I want to make sure that there's very minimal flour added back into the recipe. But I am not gentle. I'm gonna give it a touch more flour so it just doesn't stick, but pressing it down, and then I'm gonna do fold like this, fold like that, and then a roll. There we go. And now this is where I actually will heavily flour my bread, because for some reason, this new bread basket I have, it's very, very lean. It's very, very sticky. So I have to really make sure my breads are floured before I throw them in here, because they will stick, and my bread basket does not want to let go of them. Right? So now I'm just going to make sure that it's nicely floured, along with it here, but it's pretty caked up with flour, so we should be fine. And now, there we go. Bottom of the bread is cut. I'm not cut, seamed with how I shaped it. And now that's that. Just gotta clean up my surface here. I already have my thing in the oven, my cast irons. So when we want to bake this, we can. It's just now we have to let this bread rest. We'll make some fresh bread today too. Lovely. And just like that, because I just like clockwork, and I'm good with, like, I guess timing. It's now been 5 minutes. And now, if I show you our mixture here, it's a bit of viscosity, see? It's a bit jiggly, you see? I'm gonna say that we actually go on the side of caution here, and also here, wait. Let me clean you up, chat. You seem like you might need a little bit of a touch. How are you now? Can you see well? Can you see clearly now? Is the rain gone? Is that better? Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, ah! Alright. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, it's a little viscous now. It has a bit of, wiggle with it. So I'm actually gonna let it go for another 5 minutes, just because I want to side on the idea of caution here. I don't want to go too much and too little, you know? So I'm making sure that we do have a nice amount of jigglage. I want to make sure the curds have enough time to actually curdle. It's gonna be very fun today. We're gonna make a nice, lovely bread. We're gonna make burrata cheese. I'm excited. It's very rare when I can actually do fun stuff like this, because usually I'm at my job so often, I don't really have time to do stuff like this. I could probably even do this at my job now that I think about it, but, like, I don't know, I just don't think I could find time for it, at least. Alright. I'm right now just getting stuff prepared. I don't need it now, but I'm getting my cheesecloth right now, so when the time does come, I can strain the cheese, the curd in the way. But yeah, just gonna get that set, so we're ready for that. I'm gonna put my cheesecloth there. I'm gonna need it more. This is a hydration check for everyone. Make sure we're all staying hydrated, okay? Alright. So I guess I should also mention, like, what we're making today. We're gonna be making like a very simple like crostini today. We're gonna obviously be making fresh bread today because of course we're making fresh bread. Why would we not make fresh bread? So we're making a fresh loaf of sourdough, and then we're gonna do like a nice cut some nice tomato. Maybe I might do a little bit of an oven roast of tomato. They got a little thing of tomato on top of the bread, a little olive oil, a little bit of a balsamic drizzle, and then we finish it on top with just a touch of the burrata. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking we're gonna do. Okay, so it has now been around 8 minutes. I'm gonna give ourselves a little bit of a wiggle here, and as you can see, it's not really changing too much. So at this point, we're gonna try to do the thing, which is like cutting curds. Here we go. That's that. Okay, the next part of the recipe now says reheat to stir gently until 109 degrees. So yeah, I'm gonna put this back on my heat here. I'm gonna throw my thermometer back in and make sure that we at least reach 105. I already forgot the temperature. So you stir this gently until it reaches 109. Ooh, wait, it probably would help if I actually turned on my thermometer too. And we gotta do that for 5 minutes when it does get to temp. So yeah. So how are you all doing today? It's a lovely Sunday morning on St. Patrick's Day, actually. So I hope you've all been having a very lovely day. Make sure you don't get pinched. Wear green. All that nonsense. And yeah. Yeah, I hope this is gonna work though. I'm gonna be quite worried if it doesn't work. Because this is a lot of like resources that's gone in hand here. And you know what? I do have a plan if this doesn't work. So don't worry. There is a reason why I don't make cheese, though. It's very complicated. A little bit too much for me to understand. So, I do want to try this out. I did want to try this out just because of how complicated the can is. So, I like a bit of a challenge. So, apparently, we are now at 109. Not sure if I fully believe that, but I'm gonna cut the heat off at this point and keep stirring. Alright. At this point now, I gotta just strain it, and then I should have some curds to play with. And then from here on out, it's just kind of like very straightforward stuff, like mix it together, squeeze them and stretch, add salt, and it's very straightforward from here on out. Or at least it should be. I'm just gonna put my thermometer away. We're not gonna need it anymore, I think. trying to put the cheese in. Strain it. Hope it works. Give me some curd, please, world. I just want a little bit of curd, not a lot. I just want some. Enough for one burrata cheese. Definitely getting something. Here, let me put this back in, and let me actually, like, maybe spread this out a bit more. Round 2. Oh yeah, I should probably be putting gloves on. I need to make sure I don't touch this. Gotta be sterile. And at this point, I think I should actually put my hands in here, try and squeeze out all the whey. This hopefully shouldn't be too hot. It's only about 100 degrees. It's not too bad. It's slightly above body temp, so. It's not sterile anymore. Yeah. Ooh, that's not good. There's not much curd here. Uh-oh. Alright, I got another plan. I got a plan. There is another way to do this. It's just kind of really scuffed. But you know what? As a VTuber, our brand is being scuffed, right? So instead of using cheesecloth, because apparently cheesecloth isn't going to work for cheese, as silly as that sounds, I'm going to use a paper towel instead. Try this again. Please, I at least need a cup's worth to work with here. It definitely didn't curdle the way I wanted it to. I know that for a fact here. I think I just got soup. To be 100% honest, I think I just got soup here today. Oh, this didn't even work. No! The cheese! Aw. I don't think we're gonna make burrata today, unfortunately. By the looks of it. It's the unfortunate thing of not being able to use raw milk, so. Here, let me try and get some more cheesecloth here. We'll figure that out. Yeah, this is very scuffed now. We're not worrying about being sterile anymore. We're already messed up. Yeah, just gotta go with it. We balling at this point. I'm sorry. This is what happens when a person does something they don't know how to do for the first time. I mean, we have some curd, but it's not a lot, really. It's not actually... I don't think it's usable for anything. If anything, we can more or less make ricotta cheese, but that's really it. We'll see. See if I can make anything with it. Alright. One more try. I'll be surprised if we at least even get one curd at this point to work with. No, there's nothing. There's like a little bit of something to work with, but like that's not... This is not enough to make cheese. This is ricotta cheese. Aww. Aw. Well, I gave it a try. I unfortunately didn't go through with it. Wasn't able to make the thing I wanted to make. It happens. Perhaps we shall come to this at another time. I gotta go see if I can go buy some raw milk. Maybe that'll be a lot better to work with. But unfortunately, you know what? That's how it is sometimes. I'm not too heartbroken about it. It sucks, don't get me wrong. But like, hey, you know what? If it didn't work this time, work another time. Maybe. I hope it will. So now I'm just gonna have to throw this down the drain. But here's the thing now. I still have the ingredients to make this potato. This cheese thing. For the bread. Now the question is, what do I do with it now? I'm gonna have so much... I'm gonna have just a lot of bread to work with now? What do I do with my bread? I guess I could make like a BLT minus the bacon. Just a lettuce tomato sandwich. That will be future salt we have to worry about. Man, that sucks though. Wasn't able to make the cheese, but hey, this was my first time trying to make something. If this was as easy as making it done the first time, I would probably be very shocked and surprised, but hey, it happens. But you know what isn't gonna be messed up though? Even though that I messed up with that. We still have the sourdough, and it looks good, so I'm gonna let that rest and do its thing. Let's see, what can we do? Come with me. Come with me, chat. We gotta figure something out now. Actually, now that I think about it, probably something that would have been a lot easier and better to work with is trying to make an easier cheese. Making burrata is very hard because you gotta make 2 cheeses, but I thought like, oh yeah, we can make mozzarella, and then with mozzarella we can make stracciatella, but it's taking too big of steps there. Alright. So, that kinda sucks. I wanted to try and make some burrata today, but have not been able to. So, that's how the cookie crumbles, though, you know? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So, let's do something else, because our bread now has time to rise and do its thing. Let's see. I kind of want to play Minecraft, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't want to play on the, that Minecraft server, the SMP. just don't feel like it, you know? Would you all like to play a little bit of Minecraft? Would you like to see that maybe a little bit? Or maybe would you like to, hold on, I want to change the music up a bit. Alright, that's good. Oh yeah, I'm not in the kitchen right now. Let me fix that real quick.
Whoa! Whoa! We're back with normal audio. Hooray. Yippee! So, hey, I guess we can just talk for a bit. It's been a while since I actually just sat down and talked to y'all, no? Alright, there we go. Prep list has been changed. So... Hey, let's play a game right now. Let's play, kick the... I cannot talk. Let's kick the bots in Twitch chat. So, there's a lot of people in Twitch chat that I believe are bots. Like, there's a person named O Sophia, and then O Alyssa, and then A-OK. I always see them in my chat, and they're like, I'm not who they are. I'm not sure who they are. So I'm gonna really quickly do a quick search for them. Let's see here. Let's take a little look-see. I'm not sure, but I also don't want. I'm just gonna side on the idea of caution. Isn't there a thing to tell, like, if you have bots in Twitch or something? Alright, you know what? Actually... Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. I'll figure that out another time. I don't really feel like dealing with, like, oh yeah, let's get rid of the bots. Bleh. This is really weird. I feel so awkward now. It's like, oh no, the cheese didn't work out the way I wanted to, so now it's like, ah, well, I don't know what to do now. So how are the wife? How are the kids? I don't know what to do. Here, let me do something. Here, we'll change screens for a moment, okay? Alright. How's about we do a little bit of drawing, yes? Do we have any requests? Any ideas? Anything we want to try to do? Anything that we would like to see drawn? Oh. Here, how about we talk about schedule this week? Because we never really have a time to talk about it. So let's talk about the schedule this week. because even though I've made a schedule, sent it out, and put it on my Twitter and stuff, I do feel like I want to do a bit more than just what's written down here. Like, burrata and other breads, that's today. And then we have the VTSMP, which I actually might change. I came up with a very strange, not strange, but a very good revelation recently, and it's like, you know, I'm very happy that something like this happens, because it really makes me reminisce, and make me think a little bit. But like, yesterday, I was playing on the SMP with the flavor. Not the modded one. The modded one is cool and all that stuff, but I was playing on the vanilla SMP, and it kind of made me realize of like, this is so much better. It really was like, it just felt a lot more comforting, you know? Playing vanilla... Okay, so... The best way I can explain how it is to play modded and then going back to vanilla is like, the only way I can properly explain that is by talking about ice cream. You can have the best, like, you can have the best cookies and cream, the most delicious chocolate and Neapolitan ice cream. You can have the best ice cream in the world, but for me, in my opinion, I think vanilla ice cream is the best ice cream you can ever eat. It's simple, it's delicate, and it's balanced in everything you want. Good flavors, sweet, not too sweet, all that sort of stuff. I love vanilla ice cream. It is my best, it is my favorite ice cream, and I think it is the best ice cream. So, yeah. I'm not sure if that's a take or not. I know some people don't like vanilla, or do like vanilla, or say that vanilla is basic. But you see, that's the thing. This is why I bring up this analogy of ice cream versus Minecraft, because they're both essentially the same thing. You know, I love myself a good thing of modded Minecraft every once in a while, but like, going back to vanilla every once in a while is not that bad. It's always just like a nice baseline to go back to. It's just like, I know what this is, I know what I'm gonna get, and it's gonna be great every single time. Just like vanilla ice cream. I know what it is, I've had it so many times, but it's always a good, safe option to always go to, and it's like, it's just relaxing. It's comforting. It's like comfort food. So, this, Minecraft and ice cream are essentially the same thing. Which makes the analogy of it being vanilla, like, you know, Minecraft vanilla, is just so much more, it just makes so much more sense, you know? But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the VTSMP. I want them to figure stuff out first. So I want to just do that, let them do that, have time to do that, and I'm gonna go play vanilla again. There's a lot of stuff I still gotta do on vanilla too, and last time we checked on flavor, my inventory was wiped completely. Now I did a lot of stuff off camera, I did a little mining off camera, but I actually want to do a bit of mining off camera too. Sorry, I forgot to breathe. Give me a second. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyways. We're gonna be playing a little bit of vanilla, maybe. Arceus. I've been wanting to play this game for a while, or go back to this game, because I've played Arceus on my own time, I think. I think I did. I'm not sure if I did a playthrough on Twitch or not, but I want to play Arceus because for the longest time I've been trying to actually figure out and do the Pokédex, but it's hard. I don't know. That I just been wanting to really play Pokemon again. I know it gets kind of sick. It gets a little sickening playing Minecraft every single week and I understand that, but I like Minecraft, it's just fun. So, Pokemon Arceus. We'll play Pokemon Arceus again. I would like to go and play, what is it, Scarlet and Violet again, but I like my streak that much that I don't want to go and ruin it. I just want to have that bit of pride in Scarlet and Violet. It's not much pride, but listen, that's exactly the point. I don't have much pride when it comes to anything, so saying that I can go 3-0 in a comp ranked match on the easiest bracket I understand, the fact that I can still do that and run away with it, and when there's flying colors of people using the meta, and I'm just a simple little guy not even using any metagaming thing, really, other than like a good strategy and a strong Pokemon? I don't know, I think that's just great. I think it's grand. I like it. But yeah, I really want to play Pokemon again. I want to start playing Pokemon again. It's fun. I want to just do a lot more things, but... it's been kind of tough. I know for one thing is, I gotta really start reaching out for more of my friends. I want to make sure I can ask them to play some games with me, or if I can play games with them, vice versa. But I want to try and ask a lot more people that actually do collabs. I really want to do collabs and stuff. It's just the idea of, like, what would you collab and play, though, you know? That's the hard thing. I would like... There's a lot of games I can play, because I have pretty much the ability to play any game. I guess it's also just the idea of trying to find people who are also equally as interested, so yeah. Oh, also, there's also a silly thing in my head, because I've talked about it a lot this month and last month, but I'm re-debuting. Would you believe it? I am going to be doing a re-debut stream. There's a lot of stuff I've been doing, a lot of stuff in the background that I just cannot show right yet, but there's a lot going on, and I'm very excited to show you all what happened when it's done. I've been working with a lot of talented artists, and I can't wait to show you all of it. It's really, really great. It's really cool. Can't wait to show you all. And also Mr. Sonic Chan, who is going to be rigging my stuff and doing all the stuff. He's been working real hard, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what he cooks up. Yeah. Very excited for the re-debut. Honestly, I don't think much will change, but I'm very excited nonetheless because I want to try and make better content, I guess. I don't know. I just want to do my thing. Oh. Yeah, try that. You know, if there's something I really need to do on my, like, community post on, like, YouTube, I need to just throw out a community post of saying, like, hey, what would you like me to play? And just, like, make a little post of, like, give me ideas of things to play, and I will consider it deeply. So, yeah. Hello, Valdez. Hello. Hi, Brian. Hello. Getting sleepy. I didn't sleep well last night. It's also probably because, like, the next 3 weeks, I've been put to do a very early morning shift to where I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. It's fine. But it's still like, oh geez, I really just don't like waking up that early. But the good thing is I get to leave fairly early too, so, you know, equivalent exchange. But man, this is gonna be tough. Let's see. What shall we draw, though? I do want to do some drawing. I just don't know exactly what to draw, so yeah. That's the next thing I want to try and think of. What are we going to draw today? if anything. Do we just want to chat for a bit? Sit back and relax and just chat out our minds? I don't really have a topic to talk about, other than like maybe cheese. Also just gonna take a second here because, as silly as it sounds, I gotta actually remember to breathe. Partially why the reason why I'm like taking my time, like talking, and it's almost sounding like I'm out of breath. I don't know why, but sometimes, some days, especially when I'm tired, I forget to breathe. And it's so weird, but I gotta just like breathe a little bit. Hashtag remember to breathe. I know. It's so weird to say it. It's so weird to mention it, but like, I can't breathe and talk at the same time. I'm aware of it at this point. I gotta make it so I'm unaware, so. Alright, actually, you know what? I actually want to make sure I actually, like, focus on breathing. It's such a weird thing to say, but I gotta take a second here to breathe. It's weird. So, just give me a sec. I'm gonna go on BRB. Give me a sec. I'll see you in, like, 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Ah, it's very strange. That's... I'm... So I know I've talked about it plenty of times before, to when I was like, oh yeah, I forget how to breathe. But this is like one of the first times when I'm forgetting how to breathe, and it's actually becoming like very, very troublesome, to say at the very least. Very strange. It's very weird that it turned out to be something like that. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to draw anything today, unfortunately. Here. Let me go take a look here to see if that bread's ready. Might be there. Yeah, it might be ready. You know what? Yeah, I just want to bake it all right now. There we go. Threw the bread in the oven. I'm not sure if you're able to see the entirety of the scoring process, but yeah, I'm gonna do like a cross stitching with it, a cross slashing with it. I've never done a design like that before, so I want to see how that turns out. Turn it good, turn it bad. I'm interested to see what happens with it. But my day's been good so far. A little sleepy though. Just a little sleepy, you know, a little tired. Here, I'm just gonna go back to here. Just because it is kind of like my just chatting, so... Yeah, I've been doing my stuff and things. Kind of... I don't really know, I just kind of been just doing my thing. Baking bread, making food, working. You know, I was doing stuff and things. A lot of planning. A lot of planning, though. I actually gotta be a little cautious of everything, though, because I really actually need to... I think I need to actually try and give myself a break, funny enough. Maybe. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm being very, like, quiet right now. Earlier you said something about viewers recommending games for you to play. Of course, yeah. You know what? Let's do that right. Let me do that right now. If I don't do it now, I'm not gonna do it at all, so let me try and make a community post. What games do you like to play? I like playing, I don't know, I like playing games. I don't really know how to explain it. I honestly like playing really anything. It's just that a lot of the games that I do like to play very often are usually multiplayer games. I like multiplayer games, I like playing games that are like FPS, open world, stuff like that. I honestly find it very difficult for me to enjoy a game anymore by myself. For me to enjoy a game, I need to play it with people, which is usually the smoking gun when it comes to me enjoying a video game. But I do have to try and actually... What is it? Have you ever played Little Nightmares? I've seen the game. I've seen the game, but it's not really up to my style of, like, playing a game. It seems like a fun story game, don't get me wrong. It's just that, unfortunately for me, I don't know, it's not really my kind of game. It's like a game I would play off-stream. But even at that, Little Nightmares is not a game for me. It's not how I flow when it comes to playing video games. It's not my style. I don't really do well with story games on stream, because usually when I play story games, I don't read anything. I don't really know how to, what is it? I don't really know how you would quote-unquote stream video games. I would like to play like something like maybe The Walking Dead. That seems like a fun game to play. But I don't know, I don't want to read. But I know that they like the characters actually talk and stuff like that, so it would be easier to stream. But also, I have a bit of a take. I would only really if I were to play. What is it? If I were to actually play The Walking Dead, yeah, the Telltale series, yeah, of course, yeah. If I were to play the Telltale series of The Walking Dead, I would only play seasons. I think season 1 was the best version of that series. Like, season 2 was okay. A little weird. Season 3 was okay as well. And I think there was a season 4, but I don't even know anything about it. I'm not really interested in it. But I have played I have not played the first. I haven't played any of the games, really. But I would only play the first season of it because that's the one I kind of like the most. The storytelling in that game, the first one, is really good. I like it. And also, just saying, that's kind of the unfortunate thing about playing story-based games, especially if I've watched them already. Because the thing is that I've already watched and played them. You know, it kind of is like, I've already done this, I've already saw it, and I know what to do, and I know what some of the outcomes are. So, and that at this point, a lot of people have probably seen and played the game as well, which is the unfortunate thing of like, yeah, it's everyone's already kind of done that already. I really wish TF2 was like, this is, okay, it's kind of just weird to bring this out of nowhere, but like, a game I would really love to stream again is Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is such a solid game. It's just unfortunately that that game is played with bots that it makes it completely unplayable. I could play community servers, but I don't know what are good community servers play on. Ooh, I really want to play Unturned. Unturned is also a fun game too. I would love to play Unturned. Very fun game. Zombie survival. It's like Rust, but with zombies. God, I miss the old days of TF2. Me too. Honestly, like, I just miss playing TF2. It's sad. I love TF2. I think if I had to choose, like, what my favorite games are, it's like Minecraft, Terraria, and TF2. TF2 is such a solid video game, and especially when I've played Overwatch, and I really don't like Overwatch because the gameplay is very stale to play. It's so boring in comparison to Team Fortress 2 because you'll have the same match of Overwatch not every single time, but like you will have the same match of Overwatch, but it'll be slightly different. And although you can say the same thing for TF2, with TF2 there's some wackiness that can happen. There's some funny things that can happen. There's so much more of the weirdness factor with TF2 that can and does happen that it makes it a lot more enjoyable to watch. And well, not to watch, but just to play. Oh, that too. I think TF2 is a really great game to watch and play. it's not just a fun game to play, but it's also a really fun game to watch too. It's a shame just that Valve doesn't like do anything with it. I wish, I hope. It's not gonna ever happen, but I just hope one day either someone makes some sort of legal law, make a lawsuit against bots, or Valve, or something, so like at least they can do something. But yeah, it's a travesty. It's very upsetting to think about it, but yeah. Honestly, another thing that I kind of want to play is Roblox. But I don't really know how to play Roblox, quote unquote. Like, Roblox, there's so much to do with Roblox that I just don't know what to do with it. It's too complicated. Like, I don't know how to guide myself with that game. It's like, do you play this game? Oh, wait, you don't play this game, you play that game? Oh, wait, no, so that game is the game you would play. Wait, this game? Wait, what games do you play with, like, Roblox? And Roblox is a little overwhelming for me. I would like to play Phasmophobia again. Yeah, there's too many options. There's too much option with Roblox. I don't know. Maybe I should do a deep dive for a stream one day. Actually, that's a great idea. Maybe someday I'll just do a stream of just playing Roblox. I don't know what game I would play, but just playing Roblox for a day. I'm very open-minded with Roblox, because like I like Roblox. It's kind of funny. But it's just kind of confusing, if anything. Let me add that to the list. Roblox. But I would like to play Roblox. That would be fun. I do want to play Phasmophobia. That is definitely another game I would love to start playing again. I wanted to play it with, like, some pals and friends, and I've been trying to get some people to play it with me, because that's a game I cannot play alone. Not because it's just a kind of like a funny horror game, but I'm a little baby and don't understand everything that happens. So I want to play Phasmophobia. That's definitely a game I want to play. Lethal Company. So okay, so as you can tell what I'm saying here. I want to play Lethal Company. I want to play Phasmophobia. I even want to try and play Helldivers too. But you see, all these games require you to at least have someone to play with, you know? I could play with randoms, but, you know, playing with randoms is very difficult. But I want to play these games. It's like, I need to play them with people. I could actually stream doing a VR game. That'd be fun. Deep Rock Galactic is a fun co-op game, but the single player is actually very solid. I think I have Deep Rock Galactic too. Let me see. I do actually. Huh. Perhaps I shall play that one day. Why not? I'll probably play it one day. You know what? I'll put that on the list. Single player is great, and you get a little robot buddy to help you. Okay. I would. Oh, you know, the way that game is, it kind of makes me think of, what is it? It makes me think of Risk of Rain. I have Risk of Rain 2, and I would like to play Risk of Rain 2, but once more, it's like a thing of, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's also a game that's more for playing with others. I'm not very good at Risk of Rain. I could try it though, maybe. Oh. You want to know? Okay, wait. I gotta write this down. This is a horror game I want to play. This is an actual horror game for me that I just remembered about this just looking through the Steam library. There is one game I really want to play because only specifically for me specifically, this game is a horror game for me. I would love to play VR chat. I want to play VR chat in VR. That's a horror game for me. That is an absolute horror game for me, playing VR chat. Because that it reawakens a very fun thing called social anxiety. So I think that'd be kind of funny. Maybe just watching a person crying at like talking to some random people online, like, oh my god, I would freak out. Maybe playing Unturned would be nice too. Unturned is a fun game. It's like Rust, but Roblox is a Roblox Rust and zombies. It's fun. I used to play it all the time. Maybe. I would like to play Unturned. Lol, yeah. That's the real horror game. Yeah, you see, the real horror game is VR chat. I mean, the real horror game in VR chat is social anxiety. That is the real horror of video games. It's not like jump scares, blood and gore, and this and that. The scariest thing of any video game is socially interacting with another person. The scariest thing, you know? You're essentially VR chatting to us right now. That is true, but I'm reading what you're saying. It's a lot better to read comments and stuff than to actually hear it. And when I hear stuff, it kind of like messes me up in a way. It's like scary. Which is kind of funny, because there is a TTS that you guys can use. You guys have the ability to use TTS, like, there's redeems that you can use on Twitch. The TTS is only 75 channel points. You guys should be able to use TTS, but like, no one ever uses any of them. Or like sound alerts or anything like that. You guys don't, which I don't know, it's fine. To be fair, DRPG has a very welcoming community generally. But even if it's a welcoming community, I don't know why, I just concave into my body and I just can't take it. Talking to people is very hard for me, so... It's a possibility because when I've gone to therapy, okay, we're gonna get a little personal here, but I think I have like a form of like, I don't know what it's called nowadays, but it's not called the thing it used to be called. It's called something completely different. But I can't explain it. Never mind. I won't explain it because I just don't know how to. Alright. Anyways, let me really quickly change my microphone. Microphone?
Let's change that again. Alright. So anyway, let's actually get to the bread, because the bread is actually just went off. The bread. Alright. Here it is. We gotta throw it in for probably a little bit longer, but let's see how it looks right now. Cha. Ooh, that's kind of cool though. I like that. That's a nice design. Looks very cool so far. Alright, back into the oven you go. Probably gonna only put it in for 5 more minutes, so yeah. I ran out of wheat I ran out of wheat flour, so I made a 90% rye bread today. It was a little less different than I expected. Ooh. A rye bread? Like a pure rye bread? Ugh. It's gonna be really brandy. I've tried to make like 100% rye bread before, like 100% rye flour bread, and it's so like so painfully bland. I've tried to make rye. I've tried. I have made rye bread before, and I've just tried making bread with just literally rye flour, salt, water, and yeast. It it's so I don't know how to explain it. It's just so underwhelming. Danish rye bread. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that now. I have a whole bunch of rye flour I need to get rid of, so rugbrot, rugbrot. All right, so there's rye chop. Oh, this is like a whole wheat bread. Yeah, this looks like a whole wheat bread of sorts. Actually looks. Oh no, that's a soaker. Rye flour, bread flour, molasses. Yeah, this looks like a very standard kind of rye bread. That's good. It wasn't bland, a bit heavy and crusty and fragile, but still sliceable. Gotta head out, have a nice one. Hope the bread turns out nice. Thank you, John Smith. Hope you have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. Well, I'm not saying that rye bread is bland. I'm saying that it's very underwhelming. It doesn't really. It's not that it doesn't have flavor. It's just that I personally don't like the flavor. It's too brandy. It's too much like whole wheat flavor. It's too much. It's too much. That's really what I gotta say. It's just too much. It's not bad. It's not really my thing though. It's like very eh. I don't like rye bread. Like a pure rye bread. Like 100% rye flour bread. I don't really vibe with it that much. I don't really like it too much. It has its choice. It has its uses though, like doing a generic like smoked salmon, like creme fraiche, dill, chives, all that sort of stuff. Then it's good. But rye bread by itself is just kind of. I don't know how I feel about it. Smaller bro. Small. Oh yeah, that's the bread I was looking up. I feel like an NPC right now. I'm low-key thinking we should just do like an NPC stream at this point. Like, oh yeah, let me react to things in a very NPC-ish manner. I think I'm probably like the most NCP person I know, so it'll be the weirdest thing. Alright. I am going to be... The bread should be done right now. 15 seconds, but as soon as I get up, we should be ready to go. Ready to rock. Alright. Let's see. Let's take a little look-see. Ooh, beautiful. Yeah, that looks like a good loaf right there. nice. That's a pretty loaf of bread right there, no? The hashings are very cool. I like it. Bottom of it is not burnt. It looks beautiful. Here, let's do the sound test. Hollow. Very hollow, so that means it's cooked. Fortunately I can't open it up though, because it's still hot and warm. But look, got a lovely little sourdough here. Isn't that nice? Alright. Well, I think I'm probably gonna end stream just there then. Yeah, that's a good loaf of bread there. Very happy with how it looks. Yeah. I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it on stuff. So, hey, look at that. Loaves of bread. Let's go raid someone. Yes? Hmm. Yeah, you know what? Let's go raid Salte. Alright. Very sleepy still. What happens when I don't get my hours of sleep? I'm sorry. Well, thank you for all tuning in today, though. I appreciate your presence. Very sleepy. I'm gonna go, like, lay down for a sec. Thank you for tuning in today. Keep an eye out about tomorrow. I might change tomorrow's stream a little bit. We will see. Thank you for tuning in today. Very fun. Thank you all for tuning in. Sorry I couldn't make the cheese today. I have to try and do a little bit more research this time. Yeah, cheese is definitely not an easy thing to make, so I'll do a little bit more research and maybe we'll make cheese again, but that's for another time. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, evening, time zone, whatever it may be. I will see you all around later. And yeah, that's it for me today. Otsukichi. Otsukichi. And I'll see you around another time. See you around. Ciao. Bye bye.